My name is Tim McDonald. I'm the Director of Operations here at Fort Walton Machining. We make mostly aerospace defense components. Mostly what we make is airframe components. So basically, if you can think the skeleton of an aircraft, that's a lot of the products that we make. But we also make a lot of munitions, components that go into munitions like, say, a bunker buster or a missile. So I started off in manufacturing at a very young age of 13 years old. My family bought the machine shop back in 1997. We were about 30 employees. Started off actually mowing the yard, cleaning bathrooms, basically janitorial duties, and I worked my way up for the last 22 years all the way to the Director of Operations. My father passed away very suddenly in 2010, so obviously that was a big hurdle for us to go over because we build on the legacy of what he built. At the time he passed, we were about 200 employees. So carrying on that legacy, not only in myself, but in what we do every day, and showing the world, what it is to be a world-class manufacturing company.
My name is Gregory Davidson. I'm a machinist here at Fort Walton Machining. I've been here almost 10 years. I work in the lathe department. Well, when I was young in high school and thinking about different career paths, I was always told by a lot of different people that if you pick an occupation that you love, it wouldn't be like work. It would be fun, exciting. You could wake up every day looking forward to what you're gonna do. And I picked machining manufacturing because I personally loved it. 40 years later, I'm still doing it. My favorite part about working here is that it's a family-owned business. And to be a part of that means a lot. My coworkers, they're great. It takes a good team to make this successful, and we are successful. There's no champions by themselves. It takes a team.
I'm Tia Rogowski. I work as the team lead in the masking room, and I've worked for Fort Walton Machining for a little over 4 years. The masking room applies special tapes, plugs, and a lacquer to parts that are going to go out for finishing. So basically I create voids in paint intentionally, or I keep paint and chemicals out of holes and threads so we don't make assembly more difficult or impossible. This is my first time in a manufacturing career. I started some of it in high school, really. I took pre-architecture and pre-engineering, which allowed me to use the computer-aided programs to create the drawings that we use to manufacture parts. I loved it so much, I went into it for college. I like the creativity. I've always liked drawing, so where I'm at is kind of perfect because it's basically arts and crafts day every day. And sometimes you have to get crafty. You gotta be kind of creative in your thinking.
The first thing we do is we write a process plan. We'll order the raw material. While the raw material is in transit, we're doing functions like programming the part to run on mills, creating inspection reports, and then inspection procedures. The raw material will come into the door, then it'll go onto the mill floor. That particular item runs across 5 different machining centers to create the final product. And then if the part's good, then we'll send it across town to our metal finishing division. Then it'll go through what we call prime and painting. Then we install some various hardware in it, give it one final visual inspection, put it in a box, ship it to the customer.
Here at Fort Walton Machining, we have an apprenticeship program that is excellent. I mentor a lot of young apprentices here. Their background in computer-generated technology has really advanced their knowledge. It's really good to see young people getting into manufacturing. I have trained quite a few young men and women. They have taken it and succeeded, gone way beyond my expectations.
Apprenticeship programs are absolutely critical, not only in manufacturing, but any profession that you get into. Our apprentice program is probably one of the best in Northwest Florida, and a lot of people come in here, they have no experience. But that's not what I'm looking for in an individual. What I'm looking for is a little bit of spark. And do you have the sense of being on the team? We can teach the skill sets here in our apprentice program. We encourage growth and career opportunities a lot. We have a tuition reimbursement program, but I encourage people to grow more as leaders. Leaders make an organization's culture shine.
They're pretty open on taking anybody who's willing to learn the skills, the crafts. You just have to come in with a go-at-it attitude. I want to succeed at this. I'd like to grow in this company, maybe do other jobs to experience other things in it, like planning someday or actually doing model making if I can.
I believe manufacturing is one of the occupations and trades where there's limitless potential to learn, be diversified. The career field is endless. Technology has changed so much throughout the years. When I first started in this industry, it was just blueprints, hand-drawn blueprints. Well, now all the parts are modeled on the computer, and then we get a model and make the part from a model.
When I see products that we create in the world, I just get absolutely excited. One of my customers tested their first ever full-size solid rocket motor that will take the Space Launch System program and the Artemis program eventually to the moon and then hopefully Mars. You just don't get those opportunities every day. And you've got to capture them, you've got to cherish them, and then it's got to motivate you to want to do better, and be more, and do more, and be a part of these incredible things that the world's doing.
It's a good company to work for. I enjoy the people here and the manufacturing. I hopefully in the future have been able to try some of the different jobs and opportunities that are provided here. It's constantly growing. We're constantly growing and changing, so it'll be interesting.
When you pick a trade like manufacturing, it's a good career path. It has always been stable. You could get a job anywhere in the country. I've raised a daughter on my own, put her through college. Being in manufacturing has been wonderful. There's always parts, things to be built to keep this big machine we call the world running. And it takes manufacturing skills to make it happen.